Hey everybody, here we are on a Wednesday again for Song and Story. And we're going to learn a new song today. We did our September song, so now we are going to be in a new season called autumn or fall. And here is our autumn song. Windy breezes blow around, blow around, blow around. Windy breezes blow around in the autumn. Autumn leaves come tumbling down, tumbling down, tumbling down. Autumn leaves come tumbling down on the ground. Take a rake and pile them up, pile them up, pile them up. Take a rake and pile them up and jump right in. Okay, we'll be singing that song some more times. All right, we are going to have a book called Hedgehogs. Not hedgehogs, hedgehogs. Well, let's find out what this is all about. Horace and Hattie are the very best of friends. There are so many things they like to do together. They like to make funny shadows as the sun comes up. See them making their shadows there on the ground? They like to follow shiny snail trails and to catch dewdrops from the leaves in the morning time. And after a rain, they like to spot sparkly spider webs. When Horace is busy, Hattie likes to decorate her nest. Look, she's putting flowers all around her. Isn't that pretty? When Hattie is busy, Horace likes to practice his music. Look, he's playing an instrument. One windy autumn day, the sky was filled with leaves falling from the trees. It was pretty, but Hattie felt sad that the branches would soon be empty and bare. Horace didn't want Hattie to be sad, so he gathered up as many leaves as he could, and he was trying to put them back on the tree when suddenly something squeaked. Uh-oh. Hattie and Horace jumped with surprise, and they landed in the pile of leaves. The squeaky thing thought it was a game, and he loved to play hide and seek. Horace and Hattie loved to play games too. They were experts at hiding and seeking. First, Horace and Hattie searched for their new friend in the blackberry bushes. Well, here's all these blackberries. When they found him hidden in a tangle of brambles, he squeaked with joy. Here he is, down here with the berries. It took the squeaky thing a long time to spot his friends among the seed pods. Look, Hattie and Horace are down here in seed pods, and they look just like a seed pod. No wonder the squeaky birdie couldn't find them. Horace and Hattie knew the squeaky thing was hidden somewhere between the toadstools and the mushrooms. Squeak! At last they found him. He's way over here. The three friends giggled. It was so much fun to play hide and squeak. Horace had one last hiding place. He had spied a secret spot. Hattie hunted. The squeaky thing searched. They looked and they looked. Horace waited and waited until... Surprise! Horace popped out of a pumpkin. The other two squealed in fright was in a pumpkin. When the last leaf fell from the tree, it was time for the squeaky thing to return to his family. Hattie felt sad again. Horace had an idea. He whispered to their new little friend. And the tree came alive with colorful leaves, laughter, and lots of new squeaky friends. Look at all these squeaky friends here. You know what the squeaky friends are? These squeaky friends are little bats. And look at all these. The squeaky friend brought all his friends, and they put leaves back up on the tree so Horace and Hattie would be happy again. Isn't that a nice friend to have? Okay, everyone, one more time for the song. Windy breezes blow around, blow around, blow around. Windy breezes blow around in the autumn. Autumn leaves come tumbling down, tumbling down, tumbling down. Autumn leaves come tumbling down on the ground. Take a rake and pile them up, pile them up, pile them up. Take a rake and pile them up and jump right in. Thanks everybody for listening.
Hi guys, it's BJ from Milton Public Library. I just wanted to come to you today with a craft to go along with the story that you heard Miss Nancy read. Today she read Hedgehogs, Autumn Hide and Squeak. So hopefully you had a chance to read that one with her and do the songs with her. I'm going to continue on with the cute hedgehog activity. So the things you might need for this would be a paper plate. That's the best option, but if you don't have a cheap paper plate, remember we're still reimagining this year. So you could grab a piece of paper and something that is round to trace around. It could be some tape or a bowl or a cup, something that would just be a circle. I'm going to first show you how to do a hedgehog out of a plate, but then I'll show you how to do it with a piece of paper in case you don't have a plate. So what we have here is our finished little hedgehog, and this was the one made out of paper. So this is the guy that we're going to do first. It's smaller, so if you have a smaller paper plate, go ahead and grab that. I'm going to show you today with a big one. So the first thing we do is fold our plate in half. So I'm going to do that. And then they want us to make a cute little face on it, so that way you know where you're cutting. So I'm just going to draw a little bit of, let me draw the top here, just to kind of show you. We want to have kind of a squiggly line like that, and you'll see why as we get cutting. But down here at this bottom part, we're going to put a circle. That's the nose. So let's color that in. And now that I have a nose, I can kind of tell where to put the eye. Now remember, this is just the side of the hedgehog, so you're not going to have two eyes on the front. You're just going to see one, because when you turn to the side, you only have one eye. So we're going to put one eye, and maybe some things like that, maybe a cute little smile. Now it's coming along. So now we're going to draw some lines, because hedgehogs have some jaggy, prickly, what are they, Carly?
Quills.
Quills! Thanks, Carly. Carly's here. So if you're using a paper plate, you see that there are already lines all along the outside edge. So you can either use a marker or a pencil or something and trace over those lines, or just use your eyes and kind of see where those lines are to cut. I'm just going to quickly draw the lines. They don't even have to be right on. And then it'll look something like this. Before we start cutting, you might want to grab your glue stick. If you came to our summer reading programs this summer, we gave you a glue stick in your tote. So you would just want to grab that. You could also use tape if you want, or you don't even have to glue it if you really don't have glue or anything. you could still do it without. But I'm gonna just put a little bit of glue right in the middle and glue that together. And then fold it in half again, just so it sticks. That way when we're cutting, it's not all gonna fall apart for us, So now we have our lines that we wanna cut. I'm gonna start cutting that part out so that you'll see the hedgehog up here. So let's start cutting on that black line. If that little black line makes you nervous, drawing that, maybe you could ask a grown-up to help you. You're just making that the face part of your hedgehog. So now that I have that, I'm gonna cut all these straight lines, but I only wanna go so far. There's a round circle on your paper plate. You wanna stop there when you're cutting. So you'll just start cutting all along on your black lines. And you're gonna go all the way around. And what I did on my little guy is then after I got all the way around, I just fluffed up his quills to make it look like 3D. So there we have our little hedgehog. So I made a mama and a baby. If you don't have a paper plate, that's fine. You can grab a piece of paper. I have some brown construction paper that was in our closet, and I found a roll of tape. So again, we're gonna do the same thing. We're just gonna make our own circle this time. So we're gonna take our piece of paper and our tape, and we're gonna just trace right around it, make a nice big circle. Now this needs to be cut out in order to start that. So we'll do the same exact thing. Just cut around your circle. And then we're gonna fold it in half like we did the plate. I'm kind of picky, so I will probably put the black lines on the inside. So I'm gonna fold that. Then we're gonna draw that crazy line again where the quills were and make his face, his eye, and his smile. And I'm actually just gonna go right straight through, and I'm gonna do some quills so that he looks like that. And then same thing, we want to put a little glue on the inside, fold it up, and then start cutting it out just like we did with this one. But he's brown, so now we don't have to color him. So that's something you can do with these guys, because a lot of times hedgehogs aren't white. They would be brown or gray, so you can also get your crayons out. You could get some markers or colored pencils or paint, and you can decorate your hedgehog. And if you want to, we only did one side of the hedgehog. You could turn him over and add lines for his quills, make a face on there. You could add some other things like sparkles, or maybe this is a girl and I want to put a bow in her hair, or a hat if I had a hat for on one. Use your imagination. We're still recreating everything and redoing things in a different way. So reimagine it, use materials you have at home, and make a whole family if you'd like I did. So hope you enjoy this craft. We'll see you next time. Bye.